Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tommy and welcome to episode 2 of the Yosemite Speedbuild. It's Yosemite 2.0 and oh boy do I have to say that I love building this park. Every single build that I do in this, I'm like 5 builds ahead. Like literally I'm 5 episodes ahead. I thank COVID, for which I thank my colleagues. Yeah, but one silver lining about COVID was that after being knocked down for like 3 days and not being able to do anything, I was simply just building the whole entire weekend. I couldn't record these videos, so I just kept on building, and I'm at like episode 7, and every single build that I do, I like better than the one that I did before. This is going to be a Tarbosaurus trench. We are going to throw in some herbivores as well in those small circles that you could see me building now. And I really played with the elevation in here. And I was, as you can see at the video, on the video, I don't know what the right preposition is. Linguist am I, right? I was really trying to play with everything, and for the first time I feel like I started using like all the decoration that's available, all the signs, everything, all the lights, and because I used to limit myself in using decorations to those that I preferred, to those that I liked, and that's why it could become stale for a while, I guess, sometimes, but not this time. This time, like really going in on everything that I do. I'm building a small guest section here, and I'm trying to cram it all together, and I really am focusing on the detail in this park. It's really going to be so much better than the first Yosemite Park that I did. I used to praise my Yosemite Park so much, and I watched the park tour of Yosemite yesterday, and I'm like, this really isn't a good park. Like, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like it isn't good, but like, I was so worked up about this park that I don't know, like it lacked detail, it lacked all of the things that this one will have, and this is just... I'm loving this park already. I have built several sections of it now, and I cannot wait to show you guys. It's been such a joy. And again, like the first time when I did the first Yosemite Park, it reinvigorated my passion for building, because it was getting stale. It was my 6th park in a row that I built. It was even before I had the channel. And then Yosemite 1 came, and it kind of basically made me stick to the YouTube channel. Like, I did the YouTube channel, I think December 8th, but this was like it was celebrating the 2nd birthday last week, and I released one video, and then I was too lazy to continue. But this park, like not this park, but the first Yosemite, made me reconsider, and I got into this whole shebang of building and doing stuff, and now I feel like the same thing is happening. Like, I cannot wait to continue building, and the exception is that now when I feel tired, I just simply turn it off, and yeah, and I'm rewatching Mom, the sitcom, the TV show. If anybody of you watch it, it's really hilarious. I highly recommend it. It's really heartwarming, and they're tackling quite heavy topics, like for example, like alcohol. It's about Alcoholics Anonymous, so it's not really light sometimes, and it's a sitcom, which, I mean, it's great that a sitcom can like handle these topics and tackle this. I'm not talking about the enclosure at all. So this is the Tarbosaurus trench, and I did a combination of fences and rocks because I still don't like crooked fences, even though in this build, in this particular park, there will be some crooked fences that will come and you'll be like, oh my god, what has happened to Tommy? He's doing crooked fences. And I'll be doing invisible fences as well because, again, I cherish my sanity, and I feel like the guest sections in this park are so incredibly detailed. Just wait until you see the guest section that I have built right around this Tarbosaurus enclosure. It's like I've never put so much detail into my enclosures, and now I finally feel like I have the patience to do it again. It's like it's fine. I talked about it last time how I would become impatient during builds, and now I finally, like, it feels like doing something that I love again. It doesn't feel like a chore anymore. So yeah, I'm like halfway done with this park, even maybe even more, like 60%, and I'm starting to fear about the lag starting soon. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm gonna have to maybe take out some of these rocks because like there's so many of them, and I'm trying to put so much detail in this, and sometimes I'm overdoing the trees. You will see me add so many trees in the guest section, and then in the final shots there will not be that many of them because I was feeling that they were barring the view. Like they really, like the whole thing about this square, or like this guest section that's next to the Tarbosaurus enclosure, it's about these circles going up. It's about elevation differences. And I feel like when you add so many trees to these elevation differences, it kind of like, it kind of loses its charm. It gets lost in the translation. And I also started doing these like really huge builds at a time. Like this is a huge chunk, a huge portion of the map, and this is the Tarbosaurus. I'm not saving space because I know that there comes a time when the enclosures and like the whole building, like it becomes stale. The environment becomes stale. You want to move to a different environment. I have some other parks planned. I don't know, like I don't know how I will do after this park. I was using these new decorations that we have for the 30th anniversary that I didn't have, like I almost never used them before because that's when my burnout started. And no, that's when my burnout peaked. That's when my burnout peaked, and that's when I stopped building. So I was barely using them, and these guys, I will be overusing these guys so much. Like I will be misusing them throughout this entire build, but also in my whole parks. All parks. What am I saying? I don't know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be actually alive and well after the week that I had. Like it was a nightmare. And I designed this guest section to be like the information kind of, like there's these two information tables over here, and I put some fountains behind it and some greenery. But I was initially, what was I initially saying? I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's when my burnout started in no, it's when my burnout peaked in June, when I was having grand plans for building my own Jurassic Park, and then I just completely gave up. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. Nah, I don't want to do it. Also, I don't want to do things that are according to some pattern or something that like is pre-built. But those benches, yes, I was talking about the benches. Yeah, I love those benches. I would never think that I would be so crazy about benches in my life. What does it say? It says that I'm a healthy adult that enjoys the things that he loves. Yeah, and I started doing a lot of these alternating patterns in here, and I'm continuing alternating patterns throughout the whole park, and I even have like a trick to it now, how to do it. Like you first put all of the pieces on the map, and then you just grab the move button. It's right next to the delete button, and you just like move them one by one, and it's much easier than trying to click in between those what is it, those decoration pieces. And this is something that I was really happy about, that I put this information sign up here and I put the flowers around it. And this, oh my god, I don't like it when you have planters and they're sticking out of the ground. It's like, it's not very aesthetically pleasing. I was doing that until now, and I feel like I don't want to do that again. Maybe I will in my future builds, who knows. But for this one, I felt like I needed something that will not stick out of the ground like a sore thumb. So I started putting down these lights to all the parts of the paths that were not even, that had some elevation difference, and oh my god, did I go crazy about it. I mean, looking at this, and this is not the only part of the build that I'm doing this. I will be doing this throughout the whole park, and the fact that I'm doing it testifies to the fact that I'm back, baby. Like, I would not have the patience to do this. I would not have the nerves to do this if I was trying to build this in July, for example, or June or August. Like, yeah, this is what I was talking about, but just like placing the decorations and then just slowly grabbing them one by one and creating alternating patterns. I was creating alternating patterns within alternating patterns. Like you get one decoration piece that's between two other decoration pieces, and then you alternate those two. And I'm placing dinosaurs over here. It's really hard to place decoration and rocks when you have dinosaurs running around in the enclosure, but it's also very hard to place the dinosaurs in the enclosure when you have the decorations there first. So it's a gamble anyway. I mean, I try to do this the other way around. Usually I just like decorate it and then I wait until they're all and if I don't have any place to put the other ones, I just wait until the first ones are slowly put in the enclosure, and then I just like sit there like, come on. And then when the dinosaur doesn't want to move, it's just like, come on, you little, yeah. Anyway, I guess I do get impatient sometimes still, but this is something different. It's something else. Like, I literally stayed up late for this build. This was before COVID. I was building this in the evening after I got home from the gym, after work. And yeah, me starting the gym was a huge part of why I could not just come home at 8 or 8:30 and get something to eat and start building at like 9:30, and then don't stop till like midnight. And I like to sometimes watch a sitcom, sometimes do other stuff, and my schedule just became so full that something had to go. And it was really about time that I took care of my body. I took care of my mind before. Like, I have been taking care of my mind and my mental health for the past year and a half, and I said to myself, this is the alternating pattern in the alternating pattern that I was talking about, and I said to myself that I want to take care of my body as well, because it's very important for a healthy lifestyle. And especially now that my will to party up late came back, I'm enjoying my second puberty at the age of 30, but it's not like puberty. It's just simply enjoying life with what I know now, and I wish I knew back then. It was my friend on Discord, and he also has a YouTube channel, Jurassic and he wrote me on Discord that he felt like my last video was like a coffee talk, that it was like that he really felt nice listening to it, and he felt like it was just like a friendly chat. And I'm so glad that this is the case, that somebody, this is a shout out to you, buddy, that people were saying that it's really nice for me to get vulnerable. And I love that, because I actually love to get vulnerable with people, because I don't feel like there is anything to be ashamed of when it comes to personal struggles, when it comes to vulnerability, when it comes to being in the moment and being honest about what you feel and about your emotions. And yeah, emotions are like gases. The longer you hold them, the more it's gonna hurt. And and yeah, I learned to let the emotions go. And my emotions right now about this part are really, really like perfect. My emotions last week when my colleagues got me sick with COVID were not that very pleasant, but I expressed my anger in my bed. And yeah, it wasn't their fault. It's COVID season again for some reason. And I'm rhyming now, which is, I guess, a new thing. I decided to go for something different in this particular circle. I don't know why. It was just a whim. It was a split of a second. It was a moment, and I was like, okay, why not? Just let me do it. And I do love these small planters, these smallest planters, because they can fit literally everywhere. And sometimes I'm like, if you used mods, you wouldn't have to worry about the space anymore. But I'll tell you, I modded the game after the aquatic pack came out. And I will be using some of the new aquatic creatures in episode 5, I think. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm really, really, really ahead of myself in here, but I couldn't help myself. And I modded the game, and once those limitations were removed, it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel like yeah, I can get impatient and nervous about the hitboxes, but once they were gone, it was no fun anymore. I cannot express why. It was no challenge. It didn't feel like there was any order to things. And I actually do love the limitations of this game, because those limitations breed creativity, as another one of my YouTube friends, Montgomery Rex, sometimes says. And it really is true. It's just something that I wholeheartedly agree with, I resonate with. And without these limitations, that's why I don't like building in Prehistoric Kingdom, because you have unlimited options. And my creativity just goes out the window. If you have unlimited options, there goes your ideas. Because the aspect of this game that I love the most is, how can you create something great and epic with the things that you have here? How can you... Let me just say that for some of the builds in this part that are gonna come, I was using ChatGPT. Yes, I was cheating a little bit, because I was looking for geological formations that I could do, like the enclosures, because I feel like I have done so many of them at this point. I've done cliffs, I've done this, I have done that, I have done multitude of everything. And sometimes I just look at the geological formation and I'm like, how can I translate it into the game? How can I do this in the game, or I get some inspiration and I'm like, okay, how do I do it with the limited options that I have? I love that the guests can sit on the benches here and watch the Himalaya Safari from here. And we are already in the final overview. You can see that there is slightly smaller amount of trees, so that the elevation can actually pop up and you can actually see it. And I thought that I didn't know where to start with this one. Wait until you get to episode 5. I really will not know where to start with this one, but with that one. But I also wanted to say those things about the mods, the aquatic park that you never got, and I suppose you never will, because Caesar is building one. He beat me to it. I started building an aquatic park, and then I watched his video with like Jurassic Aquatic something. It was I was about to call it the not Jurassic Water World, but Jurassic Sea World, and because I love the new Shawneesaurus. The Shawneesaurus is just like, wow, like one of the cutest creatures out there, and I especially modded the game so that I can have the underwater lagoon decorations outside. But again, it was like limitless. I had a limitless number of fences to choose from, decorations and stuff like that, and I just got lost in it. I just like didn't even know how to use it. And to be completely honest with you, that's how I felt with the new decorations for the 30th anniversary. It was overwhelming to have so many of them, and then it takes you a while to get used to it. The same thing happened when I started building my Atlantis and we got the decoration overhaul. I was lost for a while, but now I have learned how to use this. I have found these things that I'm not even talking about the milk, but there's gonna be dinosaurs and guest sections. But I have found these things that I can actually use, and what was I? No, I'm losing myself. And yeah, I found ways to use the new decoration pieces and to combine them into nice guest sections. And so it always takes you a while to figure things out, but you just cannot get scared about it. And the same works with life. You sometimes don't know. You don't know where you're going with the majority of the things that you do in your life, but that's okay. You don't need to figure it out now. You don't need to know now. By the way, I love the new Tarbosaurus, top 10 dinosaur. By the way, let me talk about the dinosaurs in the game. Let me stop this lecture in psychology. No, but for me, the most important thing is to share the message with you guys about how okay it is to sometimes be just like, I don't know. But you'll figure it out as you go. It always like the path always unwinds one way or another, and this is a reality. Like, I didn't want to spend my weekend in bed with COVID. I was actually about to go away with my friends, but I accepted the fact that I will probably go out with them again for the weekend, and things will work out in the end. But we're slowly nearing the end of the video, so thank you ladies and gentlemen for watching. My name is Tommy. If you like the video, please like, comment, or share with your friends. And if you think that you will like my upcoming content, please do consider subscribing, because there is so much more of this part coming. I cannot wait for you to see it. But till the next time, bye bye.